Good morning, everybody. This is your favorite MS4 coordinator, Rick Brown. And this morning, what I want to do, because we've covered our filters, the various kinds we use, I just want to do a real fast recap for you. And for those of you that haven't watched, it'll also be for your education. First of all, these are coconut filters. The filters are actually coconut, and they come from the husk of the coconut. This is a kind of an inlet that's a curb inlet. This is a concrete curb here, let's say. And they're very mobile, and you put them on with these zip ties and that kind of stuff. This is very, very good. And now that I'm over here on my right, this is the same kind of a filter. We cut it in a circle because this is a round grate, steel grate. You'll all see those in the roads and stuff where the water runs in them and all. This is the same thing as that, but it just shows you how pliable and how movable these filters are. You can pick them up, move them, cut them to fit. You don't have to cut them. When this is asphalt, you don't have to cut them because it sits on the asphalt. But they work very, very well. I'm just doing this recap. Now, right over here on my left, this green cover, this is really not a filter. When they build parking lots and stuff and they put all the pipes and stuff in, well, they have to bring those verticals up so the water can go in. What this is nothing more than a color protector. So when people are in their big heavy equipment and stuff, they don't back up and they don't drive over or run into the pipes that are underground and break them. So this is just a cover. There's a hard plastic underneath this, and then this fluorescent green. So this is just a cover, not really a filter. But the coconut filters, some of you have had questions in the past. These filters are actually from the husk of the coconut, and one of our guests that we are going to have in 2021 here is going to be from the company that we get these from, one of the bosses. So you'll be able to see and listen to the boss. This gentleman will be a surprise guest on our Coffee with Rick. So, for those of you that are watching, we will let you know, but we need your feedback. As many questions as you have about this kind of a filtering system, and we'll put him right on the spot and let him answer. Now, we're outside right now, and we are actually going to be walking right in the building because there's two more kind of filters that I want to show you real fast. And now, as a further recap of the filters that we discussed this whole last year, and now that we're in 2021, this is just a fast recap. One of the other filters that we had talked about was an inlet filter. This is round. It goes under that big round steel grate that you all see. That one that we just showed you with the coconut filter that was round, that one is fine. And it meets state requirements of a certain filtering amount that they have to be able to do. Because if they didn't filter anything, they wouldn't be worth anything. So they do have to meet certain state criteria. But this is a different kind. This filter, that goes under the very steel grate. The other one goes on top. This one goes under it. And we got these angles here that you can see, and they clip on the steel, and they sit on it like this. And this is just a pouch. This is just a netting and a pouch under the steel grate, and it catches stuff. And it fills up with dirt, it fills up with sand and all that kind of stuff, and you do have to clean them occasionally, okay? And they're very, very good for the sediment and that solids and that type of stuff. But as a better recap, the same thing. This is the same grating, the same openings. However, this filter, and it works exactly the same way. It costs more because it does more. And let me explain to you what it does real fast. This filter is just like that other one. However, it's got this white boom that goes around it. And what does that boom do? Okay, pretend this filter's sitting in the grate right now. And this is clipped on, and here's the steel grate. When water comes in, it comes in from all sides. Well, it runs across this white boom. This white boom is a hydrocarbon catching. Hydrocarbons from cars, from brake dust, from transmission fluids, any kind of hydrocarbons and oils, that kind of stuff. This catches it. And when this needs to be replaced, it changes color. You don't have to guess because it looks yucky. It changes color. So you now have learned about our coconut filters and how they protect the very piping that comes up on the ground in the early stages of construction of a parking lot with that big green thing that's visual. And you saw the coconut filter on the curb because it changes shape. That's easy, these don't change shape. But these are made for the round part, those round steel grates that you see, 2 different kinds. So anyway, thank you very much. Send your questions in to us. And this is just a real fast, brief recap of the filters, the different filters we talked about in 2020. Starting here in 21, just so you kind of have a visual. Thank you.